Since 1968, Mackey Motors has been the place to find new and certified used vehicles. Along with a knowledgeable and helpful sales staff, you, the customer, are their number one priority. Find new roads at Mackey Motors in Lake City. Mackey Motors post-game show continuing here on Kick 106.7. Jeff Blankman joined right now by Ethan Loew from the Carroll Tigers here tonight. Ethan, great effort for you here tonight. You kept this team right here in the ball game, gave yourself a chance here, you and your teammates, to win. I got to ask you, early tonight, I saw you overthrowing the ball up against the side of the dugout, kind of getting yourself warmed up. Tell me kind of mentally, what were you thinking there? How do you get yourself prepared for a playoff game like this one here tonight?
You know, for every game, I'm always nervous. So it was kind of like those first nerves that I was just trying to get out, because I feel like every single time I overthrow, I feel like it's going to be a good day for me. So, no, but during the game, if I'm throwing a lot of balls, I just step off the mound for a little bit. I take a few deep breaths and I get back and get going. And, you know, if sometimes my shoulder is flying open too and I'm throwing outside or something like that. So it's just the little things that you just need to fix when you're up there, and you just need to take your time and relax and just, you know, play the game.
I thought you threw well tonight. I know at times it struggled with the strike zone, walk 5, hit 3 here tonight, but sometimes you can be erratically wild a little bit, and maybe that's the best way to describe you tonight, because you kept their hitters really off balance most of the night. How did you feel like you threw?
I feel like I threw, you know, pretty good. And, you know, those few that I hit and like the few that I walks, I was just kind of, I feel like I wasn't taking as much time as I was on the ones I was able to get out, so I was just kind of like rushing it a little bit. But, you know, it was kind of hard for me, but I was able to bounce back. You know, I had my teammates to help me calm down and all that stuff like that. So, you know, I ended up being able to go back in there and just keep throwing strikes and let my defense back me up.
First two guys in that first inning hit some fly balls, not deep fly balls, but fly balls out to left field. Did that kind of settle you in a little bit, getting those first two guys out?
Yeah, no, it definitely did, because, you know, I felt like if I was just able to throw strikes and then my defense was there to catch the ball, or, you know, if there's a ground out, throw it to first base, I just knew that they were able to back me up. So, you know, I just told myself, throw strikes and let the defense be there.
They were able to get some runners on, shredded 9 through the first 4 here today. How were you able to get out of trouble? What were you going to when they had guys on base and you needed to get outs?
If I didn't find my fastball, I'd go for like the off-speed, like the curveball or the changeup, because I felt like if the fastball was wild, I was able to keep them off balance on the changeup or the curveball. So I was able to do that. Cooper had some great blocks there too to help me out with that. Mm-hmm. So swing and misses on that really helped me out tonight. And, you know, get ahead on like curveball or changeup, then you're able to throw the fastball for a strike, and, you know, end up working. So
off-speed pitches looked like really good tonight. You were really finding the corners with them. Which ones did you feel like you had more control of and stuff and worked better for you?
I'd say definitely probably the changeup. I was able to throw the curveball more in the dirt on like the 2 strike accounts, but for the changeup, I was able to hit that outside corner on like a righty, or, you know, little low, but down in the strike zone for a lefty. But it was able to work, and, you know, they stayed off balance for that. And, you know, the curveballs didn't work as good because they were kind of like there for the waist pitch. So I was definitely going for my changeup for that one. You
mentioned Cooper Ludwig had, I thought, a great night behind the plate here tonight. How fun is it to have a guy that you can throw those pitches in the dirt, even with guys at third, and know he's going to knock it down, keep it in front of it?
It's awesome. You know, I'm happy to have him there, because, you know, he's in my grade, so I'll be able to have him for, you know, a couple years left now. So he's a great leader on the ball field, you know, and it's just working out really good for us.
Well, I tell you what, man, great performance out of you. I know disappointed not to pick up the win here tonight, but outstanding performance for a young ball club. So much appreciate your time here tonight in the postgame.
Thank you very much.
You bet. Ethan Loew joining us. We're going to get Ryan North switched over here to the headphones tonight, and we'll get him on. And Ryan, I think that right ear, you got to flip that headphone around. There you go.
Thank you.
Ryan North now joining us here. Ryan, 2 for 3 tonight at the plate. Hit the ball well, a couple of shots out to left field for your base hits. How'd you feel at the plate when everybody else may be struggling a little bit with Munson? How were you able to see him so well here tonight?
I was just making sure he throws a lot of off speed, so I was making sure to sit back in the ball. Coach Lucan, our assistant coach's spot, there was scouting him a little bit, so he told us that he throws a lot of off speed and slow fastballs. So I was just trying to sit back on those, put them in play, and just let the defense do the work.
Evan had a really nice long first at bat here tonight, kind of saw a bunch of pitches, got himself a walk out of that. How much did that help you guys to maybe see Munson have to throw quite a few pitches on that first at bat of the ballgame to get a read of what he was like here tonight?
Yeah, it really helped me, because I didn't really know what to expect just from, you know, looking at him. It helped me kind of dial dial it in a little bit. And I think that helped me time him up. My first at bat, I popped him up, but after that, I kind of got timed up a little bit and put the ball in play, and it worked out for me.
First artist I'm aware of over at first base tonight. What was that feeling like? You kind of been everywhere this season defensively.
Yeah, I'm what they call the utility player,
Yep.
so coach kind of puts me anywhere. But yeah, it was my first base start, and I was kind of nervous, didn't really know what to do. But I watched a couple YouTube videos last night, how to play first base, and I was getting mentally prepared, and I think I got mostly everything down, but other than that, it was pretty scary, yeah.
When you got to hold runners on, especially early in the game, if the sun's out, what's it like staring into that sun and having to be able to pick up the ball coming from a lefty who usually has a pretty good pickoff move?
Yeah, it was pretty brutal. The sun was just over those trees, and it wouldn't go down until about the 6th inning, so I was staring into that sun a few times, and it was kind of hard to track the ball, but I ended up catching it pretty good, so it's all right.
Tough play on that one where the pop-up to shortstop. Both Terry and I both thought that was going to drop through. If you remember that where you got doubled up at second, kind of how did that play out for you out on the field?
Well, when I was in second, coach was talking, 1 out, we got to play it smart, we're down, so I'm trying to play, conservative base running, but I ended up seeing the ball go over his head a little bit, and then I remembered that he was a fast shortstop, so I was like, oh yeah, he's going to get there in time. So right as I was starting to go back, he caught it, and I ended up getting doubled up at second, so it was not a good play for me, I think.
So much youth on this team, though. How much confidence does this give this group coming back next year, the way you guys pushed a very good Harlan ball club here tonight on the road?
Yeah, we played our hearts out. I mean, that's all you can really ask from a young team like this. I mean, we start 6 sophomores, 1 freshman, 1 junior, 1 senior, so we're really unexperienced. But today, I think we played our hearts out. We played as hard as we can play, and we gave that good ball team a good run for their money. So I think next year, we're going to come back, we're going to go good off this game, and we're going to be a pretty good ball team, I think.
Well, Ryan, I appreciate you joining us here. Congrats on a great effort here tonight. Best of luck coming up here in the offseason.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Ryan North again with the Carroll Tigers. We're going to get head coach Ryne Young joining us here. And Ryan will join us after a second here. And Coach, so much appreciate the time and coming over. I mentioned to Terry Caspabar kind of during the break there that got to be disappointed the season comes to an end, but got to be so proud of the way this team came out and played here tonight.
Yeah, you never want it to be over. But, hey, for starting everybody, that one guy is going to be back next year. I thought, they're a 2 seed. They're 24, 25 win ball club. We're a 1-win team. You play them to a 2-0 game. You can't ask for anything else. The guys left it all out there. I think it helped we finally had 2 days of practice where we could get something done. And, I mean, it kind of showed out there. We were sharper and, during the regular season, you just don't have that time. And with a young team, nothing beats practicing. I told the seniors, some of them didn't get to play. Sorry, it is what there's a great group of guys there. These younger guys, I said, hey, we got to come back and get stronger. I said, find the weight room. Okay,
Yep.
Other sports. I like when you play other sports. I don't like guys just to be all baseball guys. I told them, get out for track, get faster, get stronger. We're going to be a tough team next year because most of those guys you saw tonight, they're all back. That's the nice thing. But I just want to tell my seniors, thank you. They didn't always get to play as much as they probably wanted to. But I can't thank them for all they've done for Carroll baseball. And I'm not going to walk out of here with my head hanging down because, I don't think Harlan expected a 2-0 game with us. I really don't, especially since they beat us 16-2 first time around. I think that is part of we play such good competition. I think we're just used to it. And once again, the balls just didn't seem to fall. It's been a year long, every
Yep.
game. We hit the heck out of it. I mean, the left fielder looks like he's going to fall. Somehow makes it. That Mosier kid makes a great play on that. If that gets a single, Northie might score. It's 2-1 ball game. I mean, I can't. And we had last inning, the winning runs up, the go-ahead run up at the plate. Can't ask for anything more than that. These guys battled, and I appreciate their efforts. They could have quit with only having 1 win. You can come to practice, I don't want to be here, but they didn't do that. The coaches installed them, Coach Lucan and Coach Grooms. They said, hey guys, we're going to win. We had that attitude that, hey, we're coming here to win. We're not just coming here and giving up. And I think that really showed tonight.
Coach, you mentioned that. I talked to you after the Kemper game that night. You guys were not intimidated. You were looking forward to coming down here. You felt really good about this matchup. What was it that you felt really good about?
I think it's just the competition we play all year. Not to take Harlan's a great ball club, not to take it away, but in the Raccoon River, you go up against guys that are good, and you see guys that throw strikes, pound the strikes, just like Munson did tonight. I think we have the confidence. I think we can go against anybody. I think if we went against Lewis Central, I think we would have got the same effort. These guys, they battled. Our strength of schedule it shows in the end when you get to the end. They had confidence. I had confidence. Of course, I'm sad it's over. But like I said, I'm not walking out here with my head head between my legs. I'm walking high, head held high for a great effort by all these guys.
I got to ask you about Ethan Loew's effort here tonight on the hill. Terry and I kind of talking about it. He walks 5, hits 3. We had you for 5 errors tonight. Somehow he only gives up 2 runs, stranded a lot of guys on base. So what an effort from him here tonight.
You know, Ethan's a bulldog.
Yeah.
He's not going to give up for you. I went out there the one time and I said, hey, I don't care where the base runners are. You're better than this guy. Go get him. You know, first pitch, the guy popped it up. He has confidence. I try to instill it in him. He's a bulldog. His brother's a bulldog. I mean, all these sophomores, these juniors, these seniors, they could have, like I said, quit. And Ethan just gave me a gigantuan effort. I mean, I can't ask for more from a sophomore. Sophomore starting a varsity district game, that's a tough task. He was up to it. He was hitting his spots. Yeah, he was a little wild. I'd call him effectively wild. He got a lot of pop-ups is what we're looking for. Yeah, we didn't make some plays, but sometimes we didn't make the play, and then we had guys backing up in the right spot and throw a guy out at second base. You know, I tell them all the time, you got to be moving. If you want to stand, buy a ticket. So when you're out in defense, get out moving. So I'm definitely proud of Ethan Loew's effort. He did a great job.
Well, Coach, I tell you what, heck of an effort out of your entire ball club here tonight. We appreciate you so much with the time here tonight and bringing some of the guys over. So congrats on a great effort. Sorry about the loss here tonight.
Hey, thanks, Jeff. Thanks for everything this year. I appreciate it. Thanks for staying up late for me as well. I mean, I bought the iPad, which makes it a little easier, so I'm not as late. I can thank my wife for that.
Yeah.
That was her idea.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, she doesn't like me being up at 3 o'clock in the morning, waking her up when I go to bed. So
yeah,
so thank you for everything you did too. I appreciate it.
You bet. Head coach Ryne Young again with the Carroll Tigers.